Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me. Now we're going to review a brand today that I don't normally review only because they just don't do that much for me. But this particular watch really piqued my interest. I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and give Hamilton another shot. I reviewed a Hamilton, I guess, I don't know, a couple years ago. It was the Pan Europe, I believe. I'll go ahead and put it over here so you can take a look at it. And that was a nice watch. It had an interesting spring bar design where the actual spring bars were curved. It was an interesting looking watch, but Hamiltons in general just don't do anything for me. But today we're going to review the Hamilton Khaki Navy Frogman Automatic, and it's model number H77705345. And again, I don't normally review Hamiltons. It's not because I don't like them. It's not because they're not a very well-made watch. Visually, they just don't really do much for me. But again, this Frogman piqued my interest. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. All right, guys, we'll get into this thing, but first, make sure you check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. I do get a small commission if you buy from an Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. Also, make sure you check out my watches for sale playlist for all the watches I'm currently selling on my channel. And now you can become a supporter of the channel for only $4.99 a month. This guarantees a response from me for any of your questions or comments, and you get priority access to all watch sales. Now this is incredibly cool packaging. It's obviously very big packaging. Take the box off here. And let me show you what's in here. Really, really cool. I was blown away by the packaging. Look at that thing. That is really cool. All right. In the bottom of the box, you get a Hamilton manual written in, I think, literally 20 different languages. Not a very complicated watch, that's for sure. But let me get all this stuff out of the way. Let me show you this packaging. I'm not quite sure what this thing is supposed to be. Like maybe like a little mini decompression chamber or something. I'm not quite sure what it is. I just know it looks really cool. It's visually very stunning. Got the Hamilton logo there. It's heavy. I mean, really, this thing's probably got to weigh, gosh, 3 pounds? At the minimum. You open up the watch by doing this. Boop, pops open. Here is the watch. There you go. Really, really cool. Nothing in the bottom there. Let's put this back on. Really cool, man. Again, I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. It's you know, got a felt lined bottom there. Just really cool, man. I guess, again, maybe like a dive chamber, decompression chamber. I have no clue what it is. Really cool presentation, though. Really nice. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's get the watch off the pillow. Let me give you all the basic specs here. And again, I'm not normally a Hamilton guy. It's just, you know, some brands kind of speak to you. Some brands, you just don't really care one way or another. You don't hate them, but you just don't care one way or the other. And unfortunately, Hamilton's always been that type of brand for me. I mean, they have great feel watches, as everybody knows. They're made in Switzerland. They're a quality watch for sure, but they just don't, I don't know, they just don't do anything for me. And this being their top of the line dive watch, I had to check it out and see kind of what they're kind of made of. And I actually found quite a few things that I like about this watch. One main thing that's going to keep me from keeping this watch, and that's over here. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later. But the rest of the watch it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. All right, let's talk about all the basic specs. Let me scroll my notes down here. All right, looking at a 42 millimeter stainless steel case. It's 12.5 millimeters thick. It's 52.3 millimeters lug to lug. It's on a 20 millimeter silicone strap. It is water resistant to 300 meters, which is about 1,000 feet. You've got the Hamilton H10 movement with about an 80-hour power reserve, which is very impressive. Now that H10 movement by Hamilton is based on an ETA C07.111, which itself is a very famous modification of the ETA 2824-2. So basically, it's an ETA movement that's been heavily modified. You do get a sapphire crystal with AR coating. And again, check out the description for all the rest of the specs. You know, it's a screw down crown, actually kind of like a double lock screw down crown. It is windable, it is hackable. SuperLumiNova, though I don't know which grade of SuperLumiNova. 120 click unidirectional bezel. I'll talk about that in a second as well. It's only 60 grams, which is very surprising because it is a beefy watch. But anyway, let's talk about this thing. It's an interesting watch, visually, obviously very stunning with that huge crown lock going on over here. And this thing, it's a little polarizing for me because it's extremely well made. I mean, the engineering on this thing is flawless. It's very functional. It's not, you know, it's meant, this is one of those things where, guys, I'm kind of tongue-tied because it's engineered very well. It does its job. In fact, let me go ahead and unscrew it, and we'll talk about the rest of the watch here in a second. Let me unscrew it. All right. First of all, very nice. And you can see it's got a little slit right there for this thing to slide back and forth. So it gives you a little bit of play when you're actually screwing it back on the crown. The crown itself, very small, but got great knurling, so it's actually very easy to operate. Now the inner crown here itself doesn't screw down. It's actually just a pop out, but it's got very good knurling. It's a little bit small, but it's got very good knurling, so you can definitely feel it. And I recommend, actually, it's easier to actually turn the watch upside down and operate the crown, because when you are operating it, this little crown lock does get in the way a little bit. It's just easier for me to do it this way. So obviously you can wind it this way, pull it out to the first position, that's your date. Pull it out to the second position, that's how you actually set your time. So besides kind of visually being a little gimmicky, and you don't need all of this, you don't need this whole apparatus for the watch to be water resistant to 300 meters. You just don't need it. It's not necessary. And that's really the only reason why I probably, I'm not going to keep this one, because it just reminds me of an Invicta. And I hate to say that, but this reminds me of, one of those cheap, like, what do they call it? The Russian model Invicta. I'm not quite sure they call those things, but those super cheap Invictas with the big massive crown and the chain dangling down over here. That's why I don't like it, man. And I hate to say that kind of right off the bat, right when when the review starts, but that's what's going to keep me from buying this watch. Even though it's incredibly well made. The crown is signed. This is precision machined. I mean, it's the real deal. It really does serve a purpose. It's just that overall look, man. All right, let's talk about the rest of the watch. And some of y'all might be bummed out right now thinking, why is he even going to talk about the rest of the watch if he's already said he doesn't like it? Well, it does have a lot of other redeeming features. One, love the dial, nice sunburst. Love the indexes. The indexes are all applied. They have a nice little chrome border around each one. I love the handset. The hour hand's a little bit different than you normally see on a lot of different dive watches. It's just a little bit different design. But the rest of it, I mean, it looks fantastic. The second hand has that nice little red pop on there. You've got a date window at about 4:30, between 4 and 5. Date window could be a little bit bigger. Could maybe have some sort of bezel around it. I always like bezels around my date window. That's just me personally. You got the old school Hamilton logo up there, as you can see. It's applied. Minimal writing. You've got Hamilton. You've got automatic 300 meters. And then you've got Swiss made down there at 6 o'clock. The bezel, guys, I will tell you this. This is, out of all the reviews I've done, I think I've done over 400 and some reviews. This is by far the best bezel in the business, period. Full stop. That's it. This bezel is off the chain good. Oh my God. Listen to that bezel action. It is crazy. Absolutely no back play on this thing. Insanely well made. Love it. Oh my God. Y'all know about a nice bezel. And this thing, oh my God, lines up perfectly. Best bezel in the business. The only thing I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a little bit taller. Sorry, that was cheesy as hell. I do wish it was a little bit taller and had a little bit more knurling on it. But by far the best bezel I've ever reviewed in my, 5-6+ years of reviewing watches on YouTube. This bezel is off the chain nice. What else about the watch? The case, I mean, it's basically just all brushed. I do like that crown, even though this damn thing reminds me of Invicta. And I hate to say that because this watch is light years better than any Invicta ever made. This whole thing is just kind of cheesy to me. It's not necessary. Again, it's not needed. But anyway, all right, I'll let that go. Rest of the watch, again, just brush surfaces. Nice silicone strap. A little bit stiffer than I prefer. That didn't sound right. I wish the strap was a little bit softer. I like the color. I like the overall design of it. But it's a little bit, it could be a little bit softer. That's all I can say. All right. Got here. Got another keeper here. Now, this keeper is actually held in place. You can see like these two little, I don't know what you call them, like little divots, not divots. These two little protrusions right here help keep this keeper in place. So it's obviously not a sewn-on keeper. There you go. There's a better look at it. But it help keeps this one keeper in place. Try to say that real fast. All right. There we go. You can pop it off of there. I do like the buckle a lot. You got the big wide H right there. Nice looking, well-made buckle. There you go. Underside of the strap. You've got some like, not webbing, but some like a matrix design. That'll help, kind of make any water on your wrist kind of go away. Kind of help shed water. Hamilton right there, embossed into the strap. There you go, there you go. Neat case back, really, really finely machined case back. And if you don't know what that is right off the top of your head, if I tilt it a little bit, you'll see the engraving. That's basically like the face mask or the goggle for like a breathing apparatus, so you can see it better. There you go. Of course, it says Hamilton, water resist, Swiss made, the whole 9 yards. Pretty cool case back, man. Nice. Let's go over to the other side. You got your adjustments there. Flip it back over. There's the other side of the strap. So guys, it's a neat looking watch. Obviously, besides one main thing I'm not crazy about at all. I don't know which grade of SuperLumiNova they're using. They didn't say that on the website, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But it does fantastic, and I'll show you here in just a second. But the Lume is fantastic, and I'll show you here in just a second. So tell me what y'all think, man. I think these have become a little bit more rare. I looked on Hamilton's website, and they've sold out a couple different versions of these. So I don't know if there's, if they've stopped making them or what's going on. But it's an interesting watch for sure. And guys, incredibly well made. I mean, this might, be one of the most solid watches I've ever reviewed. I mean, the machining, the tolerances, the attention to detail. It's an expensive watch. I think these are about $800 on Amazon right now and about $1,000 on Hamilton's website. But man, I mean, you're holding a Swiss watch in your hands. And their other model, the model below this, they're classifying that as a dive watch, but that thing is only water resistant to like 100 meters. I think it's just the regular khaki navy, I believe. So you go from 100 meters not being a real dive watch at all to 300 meters. And I've got a gnat that just wants to really ruin this review for me. Gosh darn it, get out of here. So, tell me what you think. I really want to know y'all's thoughts. Do you like the overall design? Does this crown lock feature, does it bother you? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you not really care? Tell me what y'all think, man. I'm really... Got you little son of a bitch. Sorry about that. God dang it, he's back. Little son of a bitch. I swear to God. All right. Focus. You little mother son of a... God dang it. All right, let me go ahead and wrap this thing up. Tell me what y'all think about this watch. I'm very, very curious about your opinion. Let me go ahead and try it on real quick. There's Mr. Nat. I swear to God, after this review is over, buddy, your history. All right. There you go. Feels good, man. It does feel good. This does dig into the wrist just a little bit, as to be expected, but not too bad. Let me go ahead and show you a Lume shot. I was very impressed with the Lume on this thing. Let me go ahead and kill the studio light, kill the monitor. And I'm going to kill that gnat here in a second, too. All right. You see it's already showing off a little bit. Go ahead and charge it up here. Wow, really good lume. Fantastic. Again, don't know what grade of SuperLumiNova it is, but wow, really, really nice lume. Holy crap. Love that cobalt blue color. I've always loved that color. Wow, really nice. Wow, really, really nice lume. So guys, again, I'd love to know your thoughts. Tell me what you think, man. I mean, do you want me to start reviewing more Hamiltons? And guys, I might have to after seeing this thing. I really, really might have to. God, just the quality, it oozes quality. Very few watches that I review just kind of ooze the quality of, look, I'm a very well-made watch, respect my ass. This watch says, respect my ass. So, pretty cool, man. All right, guys, I'll make sure to put a link in the description field so you can head on over to Amazon and pick one up for a round. Again, they're right around 800 bucks. They're not cheap. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. I always appreciate it when you do that. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next review. Nat, I'm going to kill you. See y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.